Welcome to Sunday's Minions of the Zoo. We certainly did not have any technical difficulties. No, because we are profession. Hi. With me tonight is I have I have Lodi as usual. Yay. And Blue.
Hi.
Hi. And guest with me tonight is I have the lovely, the wonderful Prospero.
Hello. And didn't anybody ever tell you not to tell lies?
I never tell lies. Sometimes when I'm not telling lies, I'm not telling
Lovely and wonderful. That's laying it on a little thick.
I am entitled to my opinions that happen to
Yeah, well, it's wrong.
And also we have Mitch Lee.
What?
Ah!
Good evening. I have come to bite your tomato.
No, those are my tomatoes.
It's okay, I don't like a raw tomato.
You don't like a rotten tomato or a raw tomato?
A raw tomato. It's just
a raw tomato. I don't like raw.
It's got all kinds of goo in it and seeds and wow. Forget it.
Yeah, more for me.
Yeah, more
Nasty.
for us.
Yeah, good. I'll stick with the sauces for the pizza, the spaghetti.
Well, those are good too. Those are delicious too. Yeah.
The chicken parmesan, the barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Cooked tomatoes are wonderful. Raw tomatoes are.
Why, yes.
Raw tomatoes are what you throw at politicians.
No, they're not. They're what they make pico de gallo. They make salsa.
Oh, that's true.
Lovely
salsa,
things like
salsa.
The trick is, if you're not keen on the seeds and the goop, is you take that out. Like when you're making pico, you just use the outer portion of the tomato and get rid of the goop. Matter of fact,
but then you got to deal with the skin.
Dip it in
We're getting off topic, aren't we?
Dip it in boiling water for a second and then take it out and plunge it in a nice bath and you can peel it.
Also, we have oh God, names. Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh God, what's that on your shoulder?
It's Rat.
We have Smoking Rat. Thank you. Sorry, Rat.
Sorry, Rat.
No, it's fine. It's really odd. Like every time I've been on this show, I think I've been the one that started talking about food, and for once it wasn't me.
Yes.
Surprise.
Surprise. We all
There's
like
a first
food.
for everything.
Food is great.
Well, it's just I feel like I've lost my purpose now. It's like I can't divert.
Well,
from
give
the
up
actual
then.
topic.
Yeah, but yeah.
No.
Jeepers.
Let me tell you about the magic that is the meal known as peanut butter spoon.
Peanut. What?
Oh, yeah. What is that? Just like making a peanut butter lollipop out of a spoon?
Yeah.
Peanut butter spoon.
Oh, yeah. Peanut butter spoon is kind of like the claw. I mean, it is one of those.
It's ubiquitous.
Yeah, it's one of those magical things that you're like, I can't be asked to cook, so I'll just get a tablespoon and stick it in peanut butter and
call it a meal.
Call it a meal.
Hey, high protein.
It works.
Yes.
That reminds me, I got a banana. I need to make me a peanut butter nanner sandwich after this.
You have a banana?
A banana.
Banana.
I don't think you
can make Yeah, it's a little Minions moment.
Sorry. Don't put me into song mode. I'll start singing weird shit.
Look, I'm just saying, I don't think you can turn a banana into a spoon.
Hey,
no.
You can try, damn it.
But
all you need is a butter knife and a freezer.
You can affix a banana to a spoon.
Right, yeah.
It's dab it in there.
I guess on a technicality, I guess then, yeah. I guess it...
Yeah.
You know what you never see? You never see a guy walking down the street just eating a straight cucumber.
I think that's probably for deeply seated psychological reasons.
It might be, but I'm just picturing like take a raw cucumber, put it on a stick like a corn dog, and just walk down the street eating it. You never see that.
Oh, there's some state fair like outside of Portland, I'm sure, that does that.
Oh,
Probably
probably.
deep fries
Yeah,
it,
but
too.
they'll deep fry it.
Yeah.
No, God, love of God. Deep fried cucumber. I can't think. Well,
Yeah.
no, wait. Cucumber pickles. Cucumber makes pickles. Deep fried pickles
Yeah.
are good. So there's a pot. You have to pickle the cucumber first.
What about zucchini? What if it was a man walking down the street eating a zucchini?
It would still look weird.
It would be very peculiar.
Well, I've seen that.
Okay.
You would certainly question their motives, these people.
Yeah, I crossed the street, honestly.
Goose has said he see people walking down the road eating a cucumber.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, when they're freshly picked, it's kind of hard not to just eat them like a tomato right off the vine.
I do sometimes insist that people take a banana. Sometimes I do it loudly. Take the banana!
Nah.
But that's just so I can get them to look at me in that particular way I so enjoy.
Like you're a nutter butter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nutter butters. I could go for some cookies.
I have several phrases for that to get to that, the look that you enjoy type thing. Mine are just to shout, wear a helmet. And the other one is to point at just a random person and go, you with the ears. It's great.
It's a little nicer than yelling, I found your missing chromosome.
Yeah.
So George Carlin used to yell, give me a balloon. But no one ever paid any attention to him, it seems. Or at least most people didn't.
Yeah, Carlin was so neglected.
Let's see. Who we got in chat? I'm going to say hi to chat real quick if y'all don't mind. Hi, chat. Hi, Jen. Hug. Hi, Mushy. Hey, Keisho. Spoonie. Hug. Who else we got here? We got
Jack, the motherfucker Cochran.
Oh my God.
No.
Hey, Clipper.
No, we've got the wrong Jack. We've got the low rent Jack.
Oh.
The Gunsky.
We got a Gunsky. Yes. That means the
I am
show's
gonna
over.
pay. I'm gonna pay for saying that. Oh my God, am I gonna pay for saying that?
The show was over before it even started. Oh no. And I think we got everybody.
Cannibalistic Wizard is here.
Yeah. That's the one known as Goose, because he's a goose.
And Spoonkie.
Goobaripa. Hello.
Because he's a goose. And I'm not a gerbil.
Hi, Duck Dog.
Duck dog. Hi, Ducky.
Hey, Dog.
Oh no.
Spud gun, too.
Oh God. It's the Goober
Yes.
Reaper. We're all in trouble. Hey, Scott.
I'm sorry, Jack. Della.
Hi, Della.
Hug.
Does anyone remember an old kid show called Romper Room?
Yes.
Vaguely.
I feel like I'm at the end of that with the lady with the mirror that has no glass in it.
Miss Jean or whatever her name
Whoever.
was.
Well, there
Yeah,
were
it
different
was
ones.
Always,
But
in every market, Magic Mirror. Tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Watched
she's like holding up the magic mirror and
I
telling
heard of
everyone, saying hi to George and Lucy and Barbara and Ken.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm like, lady, you're weird. You're not saying my name. I'm here too.
I was very off put when I moved 1,300 miles from my birthplace to the new place I finished growing up in, because there was an entirely different woman on Romper Room.
Yeah.
I did not understand that it was local market Romper Room.
Right.
And I was, I was old enough to not really give much of a shit about Romper Room, but I was still perplexed. I mean, I was 8 years old, but I, said, oh, Romper Room's on, and I cut it on, looking for a familiar face, because everything was so very different. And it was that ain't Miss Jean. It's just...
Everything is so different still.
Yeah.
And I see Cannibalistic Wizard, and I see Spud Gun, and I see Duck Dog. And yeah, it's just what I feel like we're doing here.
Well, yeah, that is kind of the...
Where's my magic mirror?
The magic YouTube mirror.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I never watched
No.
Romper Room. It was
Good.
it was something my brother had talked about. He had watched it when he was a youngin. Yeah.
I used to babysit. I used to go on,
Oh, no. You go on. You were speaking first.
but Kefki was still going.
Oh no.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I used to babysit my niece, and watching all the my brother didn't have cable, and I can't say that I blame him because what a bunch of junk that was. 860 channels, nothing's on. Screw that. So PBS, right? My niece, when she was a wee one, would watch the kid shows on the PBS, and as an adult watching that shit, I swear to God, it drove me to anger. All the bad like that Caillou kid who just whined all the time until he got his way. Oh God, drove me crazy.
Who?
It was a French cartoon. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh.
That American Public Broadcasting picked up, probably because it was cheap. Just like well, let's not get into the French.
Hey, look.
But what?
Sam is French. I happen to know a French frog, and I lost his face.
Okay, that's fine.
That's one.
There-
That's one.
You know, there are exceptions that provide a basis for the rule.
Yes, there are, and Sam is one of them.
I'm good with
Actually, most of the reason the French have terrible reputations has to do with Paris, much more than the rest of
It's too
France.
Parisian. Even the French don't like Paris.
And that's that tends to be why we've got an issue with France, is the snooty ass Parisians. But
Because every French person I've ever actually met has been very cool, very nice. You know?
yes,
They haven't been from
See, that's-
Paris either.
I don't know.
I knew a guy who come from the old country, Frenchman.
Uh-huh.
He was my friend's dad. He was cool,
Mm.
but he had that thick accent. You know, he couldn't say catastrophe. So, do you live like this? Do you live like this?
catastrophe.
My kid's room is a catastrophe.
Yes, catastrophe.
And I'm like, what? He said, a catastrophe.
A catastrophe.
A cat did what to your trophy? No, a catastrophe. I'm like, I'm stuck. I don't know what's happening. So I just said, oh, yeah. Then I left. 'Cause
Hey,
sometimes that's
Gutsy.
all you can do.
Hey, don't talk about the frog that way.
French
that's
people
funny.
are okay. The French people are dickheads. Sorry. But I can relate to that. Yeah, a cat ass trophy, Pumpkin.
Cat ass trophy. Hey, Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Hey, Pumpkin.
Hi,
Ah, jinx, Kev.
Oh, God, we're back to Romper Room.
Look, you're
Gonna
going to
have
have to
to-
use it. Costin!
I'm curious.
Ah,
Is there a
beat ya.
subject we wanted to
Haha.
cover
Yes.
tonight? I am curious. Is there a subject we were covering tonight, or are we just being weird?
No. I really should invest in subjects, but I
No,
I did have
no,
a question
seriously.
I wanted to ask.
Oh,
hmm.
go. This will be fun.
Because you've mentioned Romper Room, would you say that was, like, in your childhood, your favorite television show?
No,
What
no.
was?
Actually, it was the kind of thing where I was too young, therefore too short to change the channel, and my mother
Mhm.
would put it on because she thought that was the thing, and I just, plop me down in front of it because the TV is the babysitter,
Right. I
Yeah.
just was curious, like, what
and it's more like something I had to endure.
Sure. What would you say your favorite childhood show was?
I'm gonna pick 3.
Okay.
Maybe 4. Let's go 4. The original Land of the Lost.
Okay.
Bigfoot and Wild Boy.
I do not know that one.
Shazam, back when Captain Marvel was his name in the 70s, and the
Okay.
spinoff from Shazam, The Secrets of Isis, because even as a kid, I looked at Joanna Cameron, who played Isis, and hot.
Okay.
I'm talking melt me in my pants kind of hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't even have to do anything. Okay. Most people my age, they like drool over Linda Carter and nothing.
Linda Carter
She's
was
absolutely,
gorgeous.
yeah, but she's nothing in my eyes compared to Joanna Cameron, who
Your first
unfortunately has since died.
Oh.
But that was kind of like your first crush. So
Maybe, yeah. But she was,
because you were young,
well, yeah, but Joanna Cameron was hot. I can't stop
Yeah.
saying it.
but I'm
She
saying
was-
that kind of objectively created your pinnacle of beauty. So
It might have. Because
then-
since Joanna Cameron wasn't like super booby stacked,
Mm,
she wasn't one of those, but like Linda Carter was. So
She
yeah,
she
and
just
even
really had a tiny waist, I think. Linda Carter.
yeah, part of the
that's
thing
part of
with-
it, yeah,
Yeah.
It was the costume with Linda Carter too.
yeah. But
It
she was booby
designed
stacked though.
to look like mega tits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But-
yeah.
to this day, I don't like the mega tits. I like normal tits. So maybe it does go back to that.
There's nothing wrong with mega tits.
I'm not saying there is. They're just not my thing.
Mega, micro, normal, they're all tits.
Exactly. They're all
Honestly-
tits and they're
honestly,
all
yeah, I'm-
glorious.
If there's a booby in the room, I'm happy. Let's be fair. But can
Yeah,
we
a
acknowledge?
I'm
we
like
acknowledge
a
something about the
blue-footed
female
booby, the common brown booby.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
which booby are you?
Can we just acknowledge the truth about female breasts? And I have to be honest about this. I do judge women by what
They
they call
succumb to
them.
gravity.
Well, there's that, but it's about the nomenclature. Because in my view, breasts are serious, boobs or boobies are fun, but tits mean business.
How
That's
eloquent.
that's kind of how I
Mm.
I measure women on that standard. What do you call them? That's how I judge you.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Even-
oh, shit.
It's not true. I mean, it's just
Sorry.
the way I play with language.
I'll be right back. Blood sugar dropping. Sorry. Oh god. Where's my?
Okay.
Wow, we're in
Uh,
a Snickers commercial. Not feeling like yourself?
Um,
I think I would remember to bring these over here, and I don't, because I'm an idiot.
Or are we in a Cheesy Poops commercial?
I'm not sure.
Because if we're in a Cheesy Poops commercial, I've written a song for Kefki.
You
Well,
have.
about Kefki. And it actually,
It.
it's, oh my
And
God,
Cheesy
it's accidentally apropos to her needing her blood sugar raised.
What?
I wrote a Kefki song that's accidentally apropos to you needing to raise your blood sugar.
It's what? What is this word?
Apropos?
I don't know what that is.
It's
It
a French word meaning pertinent to the situation.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, the song,
Appropriate, apropos.
I'm sorry, I sometimes do that because I used to read a lot and I just assume everyone.
No, let's not get in a nerd out on words, okay?
Yeah,
No,
because-
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
You
it would
assume that I have
just
a
be
brain that I can read.
an addlepated git.
Yeah, I'm.
But, it's-
adult-plated-
But
Wait,
I've got the Kefki song. I can sing it for you if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay, it does only have 4 verses at this point. It goes, Kefki, I screwed up already.
Yay.
It's
Kefki,
beautiful.
Kefki. Jesus, I can't word it. I'm mad. I'm gonna.
Well, I mean,
look,
there's so many
this-
hard different words that you have
I
going
know
there, Mitch.
this is coffee. I'm saying this like you can see what I'm doing. This is coffee. I'm going to drink it now. There we go. Try it again. Kefki, 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 and Lodi's with us too. Kefki, 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 she'll steal your cheesy poofs. Kefki, 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 and Lodi ate her snacks.
Wait,
Oh no.
what?
That's
Bitch, you
That's
ate
a-
my
Oh
snacks?
no.
okay.
Yes.
It ends on a high note, Kefki.
Oh.
Kefki, 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 she'll steal your candy corn.
Yay!
I was trying to
Yeah.
rhyme something with snacks, and I was
No,
coming up
I-
with something rather horrible involving an axe.
Oh,
So I was
thought it
kind of
gonna-
hoping.
That was gonna
That-
be like,
that might
and
be
I
one of-
stabbed him in the backs or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That
I
might-
was,
that might
you
be
hit him
my
with an
Halloween
axe,
song.
you know. That just, yeah, it's obviously I'm darker
You're
of
violent.
intent.
Oh, you ought to hear my Christmas song, but we won't go into that.
I'm violent. That's funny. Do we know each other? I think not.
Oh God. Oh God. Jack said diabetes.
Yeah,
Diabetes.
diabetes.
I don't have diabetes. I'm
I want to talk
hypoglycemic.
to you about diabetes.
It's a Wilford Brimley moment.
I got the hypoglycemia. It doesn't have the same ring as diabetes.
I stepped outside on the porch, slipped down the steps, and fell in my diabetes.
Fell in your diabetes.
Oh.
Some kid set diabetes on fire and doorbell ditched me. Put it on my doorstep.
Cannibalistic. You are out of the will. So far out of the will.
I'm sorry, I'm being weird. Go on, everyone, please. Save me from myself.
It's okay.
1950s
just-
housewife. Wait,
I was kind of curious what if anyone else had a favorite TV show from their childhood they wanted to share.
Sesame Street. The old Sesame Street before Elmo
Okay.
was introduced.
That was
Okay.
before my time.
Oh.
I mean, that was after my time. Sesame Street. I was too old for that when it came along.
That was another one they plopped me in front of.
Captain Kangaroo.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And anything out of Termite Terrace because
Okay.
we're mainstay. I mean, absolute mainstay.
I just had a flashback to the new Zoo review, and now I can hear the fucking song.
Wait, are we still on stream? Because the outro just popped up and then came back to just chatting. There it goes on. Are
Oh,
we
that was
still
weird.
here?
Yeah, you're still live. Yeah, you're still live. It
What
wouldn't change.
happened?
I don't know.
I
What'd
don't
you
know.
do?
I didn't do nothing.
The OBS had a scratch on its underbutt.
Yeah.
Okay, seriously,
Uh,
I didn't hit nothing.
No, it was
Uh,
OBS. It has an allergy.
No.
We're still going, so I guess
I guess.
we'll just ignore that.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
just ignore that. I totally didn't hit a button that I don't remember hitting the button, but I must have hit the button and I don't want it.
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus.
So I did watch a lot of TV shows and cartoons as a kid. I mean, I watched a lot of things. I watched Sesame Street. I watched. I particularly enjoyed like any Looney Tune. Underdog was fun.
Oh yeah.
And I used to watch the old. Felt like it was kind of before my time, but Speed Racer.
Hong Kong Fooey.
I used to watch that too, Speed Racer.
But my favorite TV show to watch when I was a kid, from like about 4 or so on till I don't know, I got too old to watch cartoons or something. I think I got tired of it. Like I was like 8 or 9 when I got tired of watching all the time. But my favorite show was Perry Mason.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Perry
that show.
Mason?
Yeah, with Ray Bradbury. Yeah, it was great.
That's an adult show.
I
Ray
love
Brad-
it.
Ray
that wasn't Ray
Bradbury.
Bradbury.
Raymond-
Bradbury.
Raymond Burr.
Raymond Burr. I got that backwards. I
Ray
always do
Bradbury.
it. I always
That's
do
awesome.
it.
Except Ray Bradbury did end up almost as fat as Raymond Burr when he
I
got
don't
older.
know why I could. It's been a long time since I even thought about that stuff. Some of that stuff gets jumbled. So, but yeah,
It's funny when you
Raymond
watch the old original Perry Mason,
Mhm.
Especially as a kid. Raymond Burr looks so freaking tall.
Yeah, he did.
But when they brought it back in the 80s and I think into the early 90s even, he put on all that weight and you see how short he actually is.
Mhm.
And it's just bizarre. In fact, you kind of see that shortness with Ironside when he was in that.
He was 6 feet tall.
He didn't look it.
Yeah,
It's
he was-
probably
he
because he
was-
porked out.
He was 6 feet tall. It's some of, I guess it also depends on your age when you're watching something,
True.
as
Yeah,
to
that's-
your perceptions of height. The camera angle, the use of camera angles in Perry Mason. I mean, a lot of it was done for dramatic effect,
Yes.
and you had a rather raised. When you've got the raised dais, for want of a better word, for the judge, and then the witness box. You've got somebody who stands well above that. They're going to give you a perception of maybe greater height. Like
That
you might
was-
think, oh my goodness, he's 6'5" or something. But
That's also back in the time where they would have tricks and stuff to make guys look taller. Like Don Adams
Yes.
on Get Smart. He would stand at like the platform shoes.
yeah, well, Alan Ladd for the movie Shane, in the scenes where he was walking side by side with his female co-star, she was actually walking in a ditch
Yeah.
because he was about 5'4". They put Robert Conrad in heel boots, and made the suit quite fitted, so in the Wild Wild West he didn't look quite as short. And yes, Jen, I do remember Gumby.
So do I.
Not pleasantly. I never
I-
cared for it.
I never
Hey,
really
Cynic.
watched it.
Yeah,
I did.
it was there, but it was not on my
What
hits
about
list.
Super Friends?
Super Friends? No. I mean, you've got to remember I was born in 1958.
Okay. Because I was born in 1970, so Super Friends was like aimed right at me.
Yeah. See, I was watching adult TV by
By then, yeah.
I was watching adult TV as a child because my parents were both born in the 1920s. They were older when I was born,
Oh,
and I did not experience any form of sheltered childhood.
Oh.
So I cut my
Groovy.
teeth on Bonanza, Combat. Didn't watch Rat Patrol much. I didn't like that all that much, but I loved Bonanza. Although my favorite Cartwright left early on in the series.
Pernell Roberts.
Yes, I was
the best
an
one.
I was an
Adam
Adam Cartwright
was- yeah,
fan.
Adam Cartwright was the best Cartwright.
Yeah, he really was. And then I caught up with some shows when we moved to Massachusetts because of afternoon TV syndication. In my teens, I caught up with a lot of stuff like Big Valley and
Oh,
that kind of
God.
thing. But yeah, I mean, I remember watching the Wild Wild West as a child and thought it was the coolest thing. Wanted to be Jim West so badly I could taste it. Well, there really weren't, except for Emma Peel, there really weren't a lot of role models for tomboys.
Right.
So I tended to identify more with the male characters because they got to do interesting stuff,
The
and the
fun
girls all
stuff,
stood around.
yeah.
Yeah, the girls all stood around going, "He," or shit like that.
That's weird because
Big Valley was great though, because the
Linda
character.
Evanson, that was bleh.
Well, but I'm talking about Barbara Stanwyck.
Yeah,
Because there was
she was a go-getter.
a strong, independent woman that literally didn't need no man. She wasn't a fall down, go or help
Right.
me, sons.
It's funny because for all the jive we get about there not being any strong, independent women until the most recent production, it's such a lie. If you go back and watch the original Shazam serials, Captain Marvel and that quite often comes to the rescue of this one gal. I can't remember what her job is though, but it's all about archaeology and stuff like that. But the only reason she gets in trouble is because she is a strong and independent woman. She's a go-getter. She goes and
but the trope is still that she needs rescuing.
But it's not because she's weak, is the point.
Yeah, it's just because
it's because she's a badass and she'll take on any challenge, even if it's a challenge that's too big for her.
Right. There were a fair number of. I mean, look, I am no feminist. Don't ever mistake me for a feminist. I detest them bitches.
As do I.
But I really do, because modern feminism is the logical downstream production of early feminism, which at its heart had an enormous amount of misandry in it.
Yep.
And I have never hated men. I tend to prefer the company of men because they are far less difficult to deal with. Women, by and large, have learned how to be high maintenance. And I can't be fucked. I just simply can't be fucked.
Right.
I can't. False flattery, those kinds of things are very, very annoying to me. Where you girls. I mean, there are plenty of women that I like, but people that remain perpetually girls.
Yeah.
Where you're fed these lines about, it's almost like, do these pants make me look fat? No, the pants alone are not responsible for making you look fat. I mean, what answer do you want? And passive aggression. That's
not just girls though.
Oh, I know it's not. Oh, I know it's not. And it's particularly unpleasant in men because it is such a female characteristic that it's like whining. The crybaby boys that I was around, I always wanted to slap. I mean, it's just like, there's nothing more annoying. Crybaby girls were almost expected. Crybaby boys, it's like, bring me your face. And the same thing with passive aggression. You kind of expect it to some extent out of women. And look, my entire family was Southern. I was not necessarily raised from 8 to 18 in the South, but my entire family was Southern, and they are past masters of passive aggression. They've raised it to an art form.
Yeah, Southern people be like that.
The whole bless your heart thing?
Oh, well, yes. Well, bless your heart is, that's more the euphemistic.
Well, yeah, that's more
South.
irony, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a euphemistic culture. I
got one for you.
That uses terms like that, but it's it doesn't matter about me. I'll just sit here in the dark, darling. Kind of bullshit. Oh God, and my mother was really good at it. My mother was a smart woman and a very capable woman, but she could, in her relationship with me, devolve into passive aggression. My husband only did it once in front of me, and I turned and looked at him and said, "Oh no, we're not doing this." And I have begged him to call me on it when I do it, because I hear it come out of my mouth and I'm like, "Oh shit."
God damn it.
Yeah, no, listen to
stop
what I
yourself,
just said.
don't you?
I do, and I apologize when I hear it. I don't always hear it. That bothers me, that I don't always catch that kind of nonsensical garbage coming out of my face, because it's an awful way to treat people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's. I was when I worked at a pizza joint when I was like 19, 20. I smoked at the time, and I say that like I didn't just stop smoking 2 years ago. I smoked at the time, but I was on a break having a cigarette because I was allowed to, and we had a smoking section back then in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that's when America still vaguely resembled a free country. I'm sorry, Kefki. I know you said no politics, but I got to throw a little jab in there from time to time. I'm sorry.
Well,
But,
freedom is not necessarily political.
True enough. But anyway, this couple comes in, and I hear the woman whisper, "That guy's smoking. Let's go sit somewhere else." And as they walk away, he's like, "Well, I wouldn't want to sit next to a smoker either," in that kind of a stereotype voice.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
jeez.
And if you
Okay,
guess,
Charles Nelson Riley.
yeah, exactly. If you guessed that I worked in California at the time, you'd be right. And it's just, oh, shut up. So you know what I did? When their food was ready, I brought it out to them personally. This was before your pizza joints did things like table service.
Yes.
But I brought it out to them personally, and I was really nice about it.
Yeah,
I
kill
know
it.
I
Kill 'em
knew
with
that would
kindness.
scare the shit out of them more than anything.
Yeah, and that's just naked aggression. See,
Yeah.
I have no problem with naked aggression. I can handle that. I mean, it can be as off-putting as passive aggression initially, but you're almost like, well played.
Yeah.
I'd much rather somebody just look at me and go, "Stop that. Don't do that. That looks terrible on you," whatever, than, "Are you sure you want to wear that?
Yeah.
Are you positive that's the way you want to do," that kind of weaselly
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
backdoor.
Different kind of weasel,
Nonsense.
Kefki.
Okay.
We're talking about the weasel that comes with a stink built in. A
Yeah,
nasty
it's
one.
the negative, the
nega
eating,
stink.
eating all the eggs out of the chicken coop kind of weasel. Not.
Look. I got hungry, and it was Tuesday.
All right.
Someone had stolen the cheesy poofs.
If they just leave the sacrificial ring of cheesy poofs around the chicken coop, everything would be fine.
Absolutely true. Yes. I've
No
said
lie
it a
detected.
million times. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail what you were saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just have this image that somewhere in America, somebody is ringing their chicken coop with like snack bags from one of those big Costco packs. And we'll put the cheesy poofs on the outside. And I wonder if they like pretzels. Do they want mustard with their pretzels?
No.
Sometimes. Sometimes I
Just
want
the
white
poofs.
chocolate with my pretzels.
White chocolate on your pretzel?
Sometimes. Hey, I get urges and cravings like anyone.
Are you pregnant?
Not today.
Oh.
Never have been. Don't plan on it anytime soon.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, getting back to the Super Friends. There was one season of that show because for some reason they decided to keep changing the title of the show. The Super Friends, Challenge of the Super Friends, Have Lunch with the Super Friends. Oh my God, did you see what they did to the Super Friends? They just kept changing the title of the show, right? And I can't remember which season it was, but in each season, in the intro, they would introduce, Superman, Batman and Robin, Aquaman. You know, it would be that guy's voice. Exactly.
Sorry.
But one season, for some reason, this announcer man decided to spell Superman's name with a Y.
What?
He spelled it Syooper, man. He spelled Superman.
Superman.
Yeah, and he made it 2 words instead of 1. Superman.
Fuck.
And I don't understand. Did no one in the recording booth go, Al, are you okay?
Superman.
You're a little bit off. I
It was
just don't
actually
get it.
spelled that way?
No, it's the way he said it.
Oh.
That's how I imagine him spelling it in his head. Superman. What is a soup?
It's what's
Is it
in
like-
your salad sometimes.
Okay,
Is that like-
Smoking Rat is giving very good advice to Jen about American cheese slices for grilled cheese. If you want to add other cheeses, always have at least an American cheese slice because its high water content helps it melt and helps the other
Yes.
cheese melt.
Yes. However, is everyone here familiar with what tetrazzini is?
No. It sounds
No.
good though.
Okay, tetrazzini is an Italian white sauce similar to Alfredo, but a significant portion of its construction involves chicken base, so it's got a bit of a different flavor, and it's quite good.
So is it chicken stock?
Yeah, that's what you use
Okay,
chicken
so
stock.
it's a velouté.
I don't know what that word means.
A velouté.
It's-
If you take a white sauce, like a base white sauce flour and
Yeah.
and butter, and you add stock to it,
Yes.
you're making a velouté.
Okay.
When
I
you
have
add,
not come across that word.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a beluga.
it's one of those French words when you're talking about all the mother
Okay.
sauces.
In any case, an Italian grilled cheese that I helped to invent, by the way, at one restaurant I worked at. You spread the what did I call it? Tetrazzini. Jesus, I'm getting old. You spread the tetrazzini on the inside like you would a layer of butter, but you still, instead of regular butter on the outside, you use garlic butter and grill that up with mozzarella and a mix of Romano. And if you're feeling extra feisty, throw in some what do you call it? Aged Asiago as well.
That would
And-
be very tasty.
Oh God, yes, it is quite good. And you add that tetrazzini for that moisture content, like you do with the American
Mhm.
cheese, because it's not built
Yeah, just
into to the others.
Yep, just to help them melt
Yeah, and oh my God, is it
evenly.
good.
Melt.
God, I got to make a sandwich.
You know it's really good on a grilled cheese. Amazingly,
Another
Get
grilled
you-
cheese.
no, but to get your bread very crisp, is to use mayonnaise instead of butter.
Ah, yeah, I've heard that.
It works.
Now I'm hungry.
It works. Setsu tested it, but he didn't wait long enough, and I don't think he got full
The desired
mayonnaise
effect.
coverage. It doesn't have to be thick, but mayonnaise is oil based,
Mhm.
and it will give you very crispy yet not soggy exterior
Right.
bread. It just requires the pan be hot. Put it down. It will burn just like butter will, so you have to be careful. Start it. You might want to lower the temperature.
Yep.
If you fiddle with temperature when you make a grilled cheese anyway. At least I do.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Even if I'm using butter, but mayonnaise will always spread for you where butter won't,
True.
unless you remember to take it out of the fridge. So,
Let's see. That's one thing I don't get. If you have a covered butter container, leave it out
No.
because butter. I don't think really.
it
But it takes-
it takes a while for it to spoil, and if it's an airtight container,
It'll last even longer.
it'll last even longer. But I still refrigerate my butter because kitchens get warm, then they cool off. That
Oh,
all
that's
those
true.
kinds of things that can make butter begin to taste rancid, even when it's not rancid.
Well, that's
Makes
that's
butter
it
bitter.
does depend on how quickly you go through it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just, it's easier for me to take a stick of butter out and leave it on the counter for 30 minutes to soften if I need to spread it on something. But then you have lovely things like those tubs of Kerrygold butter that are very
Always
quickly
soft.
spreadable.
Yeah.
But they're not, I mean, yeah, kind of. But it does melt faster. and
I can't
soften
believe it's
faster.
not butter spread.
Parquet.
I know.
Freaking
That's-
Fabio.
That stuff
Parquet.
is so nasty. Margarine. I
Butter.
grew up with margarine, just grew up with it, and it was dreadful by
I
comparison.
like margarine. I was raised with margarine though, so I'm used to
So
it.
was I, and I switched to butter as soon as I discovered the fact that butter didn't taste like margarine.
But ain't
Oh, yeah.
margarine better for your
What?
cholesterol?
Nope.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and butter
It's-
is more
it's-
buttery.
It's the monosat.
Monosodium glutamate.
No, it's monosaturated fats.
Oh, those. Okay.
It's the difference between polyunsaturated, monosaturated, and saturated fats. You don't want to use a lot of butter. Yes, it will raise your cholesterol, but it turned out that the polyunsaturated fats weren't doing much for people either.
You
And the,
want to know
and the
something else that's funny?
monosaturated fats.
Okay, when it comes to food, the pasta that says enriched is the stuff that will make you fat.
Oh. Oh. Well, dang.
What is it isn't it rich with niacin?
Was it thiamine, niacin, and
Yeah,
some other
it's
stuff? But
B vitamin.
right, but it's
Clindamycin.
also the stuff. There's something else in it, in that mixture, that makes you fat. And I'm not saying that there's another pasta that won't make you fat, because I think it all will.
Carbohydrates. Well,
But,
yeah,
one- But the enriched stuff is less good for you than the word enriched would seem to imply.
well, I guess it all depends on how you get your nutrients.
Well, yeah, and you know
Um,
what? Go for a walk, for Christ's
It's
sake.
enriched with fat.
No,
Yeah.
no, it shouldn't be enriched with fat unless it's got egg in it.
This is my blubber pasta.
I didn't know what margarine was until I was in my 20s.
Lucky you.
I
Oh,
finally and I finally tried, like, somebody, what was it, a country crock, I think it was, or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is terrible. And they're like, what? That people were confused. They're like, don't you never had that? I'm like, no. So it was I don't know. I guess I live a sheltered life here in Nebraska.
Now, that's not weird, because when I was a kid, I never clearly heard somehow when when they would have the TV shows, such and such show is brought to you by. I
Yeah.
always thought brought to you was one word, and it was Brock to you.
Brought
BROC.
to you by.
Yeah, I always thought it was one word, and it meant the same thing as brought to you, but it was just one word. It just never clicked in my brain till I was like 16 or 17, I think.
Hmm.
When I'd heard it again, and I'm like, oh.
Okay.
And it's one of those weird things. We all have a thing that we learned or understood as a kid that as an adult we realized was completely off base.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why they call it underwear. It's just, you're like 52 years old and something just suddenly clicks. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's why they make adult diapers.
Yeah.
No, that's a true story, but it's a different story. No, I wet the bed as an adult. All right, and it's not like it's a habitual thing. It was one time, and it was really disconcerting. I'll tell you that. I dreamed I was having a whiz, and then something external clearly woke me up. And I realized, oh, man. Well, here's a story I can't tell until I, decided I'm not embarrassed by such things anymore.
The best is yet to come.
Yeah.
And be fine. Aging is not for sissies.
No, it isn't. Oh, man, it gives the concept of bodily functions new meaning, getting old.
All kinds of things start to break.
You've got more space in your belly
It
button
sounds
than
like
you
a
used
bicycle horn.
to.
I have a friend who can actually perfectly mimic a bicycle horn,
Oh, God.
and he uses that to great effect.
Cannibalistic, I did something similar, but I made it to the can. That's three things you don't want to do in bed: defecate, urinate, and vomit. Especially in the middle of activities with another person. Naturally, I have a story about that too. But it wasn't in bed. It was a prelude to going to bed with this gal, right? And I'm sitting on the sofa, and she got her feet up in my lap. She's laying on the floor. She got her feet up in my lap, giving her a foot massage. And all of a sudden, she becomes a geyser of cantaloupe, of all things.
Oh, bless her heart.
Oh, no.
And I, she got herself cleaned up and, refreshed and everything. But the hell of it is, I never did get the T-shirt back that I loaned her. And I'm kind of upset about it.
Would you want
This was-
that shirt back?
Hey, it was a black T-shirt with a pocket, goddammit.
Oh, that's a dime a dozen. It's not the
I
shirt
don't-
she vomited
it's-
on. Would you vomited?
No, it's not. She vomited on her own shirt. I just want my fucking shirt back. I'm a cheapskate.
Right, yeah.
I want recompense, damn it.
You want a what?
I want to be
Recompense.
compensated for my loss.
Oh.
He's like Sally Brown, and it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I demand restitution.
You want to know the funniest part about that? After she freshened up, I had no compunction about kissing her, and she wound up being some of the best sex I've ever had.
Well, thank you for sharing.
What? Look, good sex is important in a relationship.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Are we honestly going to deny that?
Yes.
No.
I'm not
No.
saying we should go into
Yeah.
great
But-
detail.
Look,
I'm
thing
just
is-
saying it's a component.
Here's the thing, though. All right, I don't know how you got past the phrase "geyser of cantaloupe" that evening. I couldn't have.
Because
I wasn't there, and I can't get it out of my head. So
Somebody hadn't been laid for a while.
I have a goofy ass sense of humor. We didn't have sex. No, we did have sex that night. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
that's funny.
No, she was the one gal I was dating where the sex got better and better.
I thought my editor was broken. I really did.
Look, I'm not even saying anything that's wildly unusual here. It's not psychotically off color. And don't give me mixed company, because why can't we talk about things in mixed company that take place in mixed company?
Or
Anyway.
not.
Like I said, I'm not even going into
They don't
detail.
always take place in mixed company.
I'm just saying that if you got someone and the sex gets better and you're compatible, hold on, man. I didn't. I was too stuffy and stuck in my ways.
And you lost a shirt.
Yeah,
And you
for
lost
Christ's
the
sake.
shirt. That was the
Honestly-
worst thing about it. You
I
lost that
tell you.
Look, I am honestly more upset about losing the shirt than losing the good sex.
Oh, Jesus.
And we lost viewers. Thank you, Mitchley. Thank you. I'm teasing.
No, we didn't. Look, I'm just talking about it because it's a reality.
Mm.
That's fair.
I'm I'm not saying yippee-ki-yay to this or poo-poo on that. Of course, now I'm thinking you shouldn't mix sex and poo-poo, but
Oh,
okay.
God.
Oh, for the love of God!
No.
No.
Why?
See what you did by making me explain myself?
You didn't have to explain
I wish I
yourself.
had the blind
I
girl
know,
sample.
I'm-
Fuck you.
Honest
playing-
to God,
I'm
really.
playing the role of an abusive, the abusive half of a relationship.
You
See what
had
you did by
options.
making me explain myself?
I'm just saying, you had options there.
Yeah,
you know,
there were many things that could have been said
Yeah, I could have said
or not said.
I could have said a duck's intentions are questionable at best.
Jesus Christ! Like I said, I thought my editor was broken, but I could loan you my
Wait,
editor.
now you got a problem with the ducks? Do you ever know? Does anyone ever really know what a duck is thinking?
Well, yes. All I gotta do is ask her.
No.
well.
I've seen ducks try to develop technology. I've seen them tap dance, and it freaks me out.
Kefki,
Yes.
somebody needs roughing up by Sissy.
Yes.
I'm not saying they're evil like cats. Sorry, Blue.
Oh, no.
No, yeah,
Sissy's
thanks.
pretty evil.
Thanks,
Honestly.
There are exceptions that provide a basis for the rule, however. It's
I'm
just
not gonna go into my conspiracy theories about cats right now.
well, they watch us hoping that they can learn to evolve and become the dominant species on the planet. They are the destroyer of worlds.
Well, all right,
Mur-
a little
murder
bit.
floof.
A little bit of my conspiracy theory is that cats are not actually cats. It's a biomechanical suit housing an alien. So,
Blues and eggs.
No, they're cats.
well, you know how like you'll see a cat and it's just staring at a wall and it's not doing anything, but it's focused.
Yes, 'cause
I am
they can see Venusians climbing the walls. We can't.
Well,
No,
I'm convinced that they're actually using long range. That's like them connecting back to whatever spy satellite.
oh,
they have.
it's a telemetry thing.
Yeah, it's a telemetry thing. They're currently up. That's
No,
what I think.
it's the Venusians.
Okay.
Thing is, if you ever watch a cat have a poo, they stare into the
Oh.
nothingness.
For the love
Why?
of God.
I'm not
Mitch,
saying we
please,
should.
no more.
No,
more
don't
of
make me
that.
explain myself. It'll get worse. I'm just saying, but that's one of the times that cats stare into the void,
It's not
as
for
if
the
they
void
see
of life.
something.
Do you look in the mirror when you're taking a shit, Mitch? Because you might look a little
Wait,
like a
wait.
cat.
Wait, what's a shit, Mitch? Anyway, no, who has a mirror in front of a dump?
Why
I'll tell
are
you
you
what-
watching cats shit?
I'm not watching them. It's just something I've noticed over years of observation of life in general.
Well, you've obviously observed.
It's like noticing that some balloons get loose and fly away. Some don't. You know,
Y'all are
it's
silly.
just yeah.
Y'all are silly.
That's why it's funny. But I will tell you this, sometimes in that getting back to getting strangers to give you that look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
working. It's working.
This, I don't know why, but this strikes me as amusing, but you put a strained look on your face and stare at someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it and it's going to make me laugh. But the strained look cannot be just like you're straining really hard. It's got to be
Like
gotta-
some sort of a reaction, and you just hold it. You know.
it's like a slightly strained look, but there's, like one corner of your mouth is crinkled upwards, or you're raising one eyebrow or something. There's got to be something that makes your expression not normal, but it's still a slightly strained look.
Mhm.
And if you can time it just right and stare at someone so that when they look at you and finally realize you're staring at them, if you can fart loud enough for them to hear it.
God.
I'm sorry, thinking about it cracks me up.
And it's been 60 minutes. That'll be the show for tonight. 59 minutes. That'll be close enough. Thanks.
You can't close the show on a fart.
No.
Want to bet?
Oh,
I don't
silly.
understand. Okay, maybe it's the old man in the filter thing, but do I? No, I don't share with people while I'm on the throne. I don't have a throne. I have a chair with a hole in it. Never mind. One thing I don't understand, and this is as my filter has gone away as I've aged. I don't understand why we've grabbed hold and maintained certain traditions like blessing someone when they sneeze. It makes no sense. Why are we acknowledging other people's sneezes? Do we not have our own things to deal with?
Because it's polite.
Why?
Because
Why is
I
that being
care about
polite?
people's sneezes, Mitchley.
Then you don't say bless you. You say, Jesus Christ, Jim, are you okay?
I say bless you.
I mean, especially if you ever have one of those hard sneezes where
Do you know where the tradition arises from?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Expelling
don't.
demons.
Hocus
It's
pocus
just-
and whatnot.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why we now understand the causes and reasons for sneezing. Why do we hold on to the tradition? I don't understand that. Why do we? I kind of understand excusing ourselves when we burp, but the sneeze thing.
Well,
I
some
really
cultures
understand.
don't. So.
That's true.
Hey, Gray. I got
I mean-
that. Oh my God.
I think, by and large,
How
it
is that? Okay, look.
It's
Assassin of the Gra-
politesse. It's politesse. You like words, so
It's what?
Politesse.
Is that more French?
Yes.
Because I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's
You don't know
polytechnics.
politesse. Politesse is the art of politeness.
Oh,
It's
Politics.
there are certain social acts that we perform to make society rub along better. We say please, we say thank you. And none of those are necessary.
those I understand.
None of
Those
those
I
are
understand,
necessary. Those are no more necessary to functioning than saying bless you or gesundheit or salud when someone sneezes. It's just more or less one of those lovely things like euphemisms that make the society of our fellow man a little bit easier to bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Skep. Sorry.
wow.
Sorry.
that-
I saw Skeptalk.
That nearly knocked me off my rocker.
Sorry.
I just don't get it. I understand where you say please and thank you because that's ensuring that you're going to have at least a pleasant interaction with someone going forward. I get that. So that kind of politeness I understand. But we know where the sneeze comes from these days.
I don't
I
know.
mean, we
I think
well, we know it's
not
either
spelling demons.
it's either
I need
it's
to get
either-
that Lodi. Sorry.
Lodi came out your nose.
No, I
That's
went
just
into
weird.
it. No, she forgot. She got that reversed.
Oh.
Don't say something gross, please.
I'm just saying you need a shower afterward, but
Inhalant inhabitation, I believe, is what that's referred
no, with the
to.
cocaine.
Uh,
but we don't do a whole lot of acknowledging when someone coughs. I mean, someone will be like, "You okay?" or like,
Oh,
"You have another cigarette,"
Speak for yourself. I will ask people if they're okay after coughing pretty hard.
Well, no, even if
You okay?
it's a natural thing we do, but no one there's no widely placed.
well, burping is a
Thing.
natural thing, but people tend to excuse themselves when they do it in public.
Yeah, see that I don't understand either, but I do understand it a little bit because I get that other people might be grossed out. I'm sorry, it's like an apology,
Yeah.
but it's all natural.
Yeah, most of us don't prefer to engage in other people's effluvia.
Yeah.
Well, plus, I also find it weird that we accept the term all natural in some circumstances, but not others. You know, the burp is
no. You're
all.
thinking all natural. Nobody needs
No,
that.
that's- No, I haven't gone hang gliding naked in a long. The bungee jump was weird though.
What?
Yeah.
You cut out for me, and I'm so glad. Mitchley, I love you, but I'm so
yeah,
glad.
there was a moment there that I was like, oh, thank God for technology failures.
That's called brain lock. And you're probably right. No, just we accept all natural when it comes to sugar, but not a burp. I don't get it.
What's a different all
I'm
natural?
just saying. I'm
Because
just looking for
by
a little
and
consistency is all.
large, in Western civilization, bodily functions are not put on display
Generally, yeah, I
for
agree.
the entertainment of others.
I can
Unless
hear
you
have
the
kids.
vein popping out
And it
of your
depend-
forehead, Prospero.
I'm so sorry.
He said that he could hear the vein, like,
Popping out of my forehead.
yeah.
No, I'm just I'm curious.
Ba-dum.
Yeah, pardon.
I'm just saying. What I'm really getting at is it's an interesting sociological thought
Look,
experiment.
No, I don't think it's all that interesting. I do think it all boils down to kind of societal habit that keeps people rubbing together well. Certain courtesies that are done out of habit, because the habit formed because the habit worked.
Oh, that's true.
So one excuses oneself when one crepitates or belches in public because it's...
Some people call it outgassing.
Yes, some people might. But I think it, in all seriousness, it does have to do with the polite ebb and flow in society. All along with the pretty manners of please and thank you and that kind of stuff. It's just being mannerly. It's being courteous. And even though it might not make sense, it's expected or was expected. One thing that was also expected for years was people not using profanity openly in public or scatological language, and that has gone by the wayside.
Clearly.
You can be out in public standing in line at a Walmart and somebody's fucking this and fucking that and shitting this and fucking fuck shit fuck shit fuck. And the thing is that I will be the ultimate hypocrite because I have fucked shat all over many a stream. I have referred to people as cocksuckers on stream. But generally it is usually in high dudgeon. Not just, I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck this, can't you move this fucking line along fucking quicker when I'm standing in Walmart, because it's gross. Somebody's children might be there. Other people my age who would find that repellent. I mean, there's public manners, and then there's the lovely thing that I can do on stream where I can hide behind an avatar and nobody exactly knows who I am.
Is that a porcupine, by the way?
That is the Prospero porcupine that Kefki, bless her, drew for me.
Groovy.
That one is adorable because she's not actively smoking, nor is she blepping. But the original has the tongue protruding slightly and a cigarette dangling from the side of its mouth.
Look.
Why do you think people react the way they do to profanity?
Or vulgar language? Yeah. I think they find it shocking because by and large, most people do not engage in it on the routine. They may within the family unit. I would have sworn that any stranger who could have hopped into my body would have sworn that the lawnmower that my father used was called "You Son of a Bitch Bastard." That was the brand. I mean, I was raised around a fair bit of profanity. Small g, goddammit, my father was obviously truly quite very English in heritage, because French back in the 100 Years' War called the English the goddams. But I never heard shit or fuck.
Yeah.
Because
Until they just weren't said.
Sure.
They were said in my peer group. Weren't we breaking down walls? We were busting through those walls, and we were so avant-garde that we were going to coarsen language forevermore.
It just turns out that everyone else was too.
Yeah, I mean,
At least within a group.
Certainly been used, but I mean,
language fascinates me a little bit. And one of the patterns I've noticed when it comes to profanity and vulgarisms is that there are a lot of abrupt consonants involved, with very few exceptions. And then there are exceptions.
Well, there are a lot of fricatives that are very satisfying.
Like
fuck is a good example.
Yeah,
fuck,
exactly.
Motherfucker. They are very, very satisfying to say. But there are interesting substitutes, because
well, yeah, but
I have a friend
to be a substitute, it has to have that same abrupt use of consonants.
I can cite you an example that a friend used to avoid teaching his young son the word motherfucker, which was Mother Fletcher. And it is very satisfying to say. There's certain words, because of the alignment of hard consonants, like addlepated. To refer to someone as an addlepated git is rather rather satisfying.
It is. It's funny because there have been times when I've issued insults that are positively Shakespearean.
Well, Shakespeare was
he was known
at it.
Yes.
When you go through the writings of Shakespeare and you find, a varlet, just saying the word varlet is quite satisfying because of that hard T. It's the other reason we like the word shit.
Well, yeah, and if you'll allow me a little coarse language here, in these analyses that I've done, I've determined that as a society we tend to react the wrong way when it comes to specifically 3 words: bitch, cunt, and cow. We react to those words with more negativity the harder the consonants are. Bitch, it starts abruptly and ends abruptly, but the ch sound is it's sort of in the middle, isn't it? With the abruptness thing. Meanwhile, cunt, the C and the T, start and end very abruptly. And cow starts abruptly but ends smoothly.
Softly, yeah.
Now, but the funny part is, if you're to call a woman any of those words and look at what they actually mean and how they can be interpreted, if you call a woman a cunt, a lot of men want to spend their time there. It's like saying, I want to spend my time with you.
Yeah, but
it's a perception thing is what I'm getting at.
But American usage
is different, yes.
Restricts the use of the word cunt to females. Yes. Where elsewhere in the Anglosphere it is more broadly applied.
Yes. Meanwhile, the word bitch, if you looking at the meaning of the word, it's a female dog. Dog is man's best friend. It's like saying to a woman, hey, you're my best friend.
No, by no stretch of the imagination has it ever had that meaning when it's used pejoratively.
I know that. I'm talking about the way we choose to interpret.
Well, it was quite deliberately used
Yeah.
to glean the interpretation we take now.
Yes, I agree.
It was,
I
that's
agree,
not,
but-
that was not by accident.
I'm saying it's a
was by
two-party act.
design. Yes, but it was by design. It was not used innocently and mistaken by someone to mean something pejorative. It was deliberately constructed as a pejorative.
Then we got the word cow, though.
Mm.
And when you look at what a cow is, large, lumbering, slow-moving, slow-thinking, constantly chewing mass of meat. And that being the case, what is the worst you can call a woman of those three options? I say it's cow.
Yes, but it is also a life bringer and a milk bringer and
That's true.
all those other things. So
I'm
it is
just saying,
usually,
there's
it's usually, I think the worst thing you can call a woman in American parlance is a cunt.
I think it's Anita Sarkeesian, but you know, we're free to disagree.
Oh, Lord, no.
Is she a woman or is she an alien?
I think she's just a troublemaker.
Well, yes, and she is a cunt. I completely agree with that. Bitch is too light a word for her. Bitch, actually, I don't particularly mind because I consider myself to be quite a bit of a bitch.
Oh,
But
that's funny
the,
because I consider myself to be an asshole.
that surprises me to no end.
I'm shocked that no one has argued against that assessment.
You're not an asshole, Mitch.
Yes, I am.
How genuine, Kefki.
Yeah. Kefki understands, though.
Miss Kefki
Kefki
even
did.
sounds like she's getting sleepy.
Yeah,
Kef.
I'm sorry. My butt in chair quota has been met, and it's decided to throw a fit. It's starting to decide to hurt, and it's like, hey, you know what's a bitch? I'm a bitch. That's my back talking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've been going almost an hour and a half. So
Ow!
that's,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
We really
that-
have.
Well,
I'm
that
sorry. I'm sorry to dominate the stream like I have.
I think it's fine. It's fine.
People just need to tell me to shut up, and I probably will.
Oh, that never works on me.
But
I'm
consi-
trying. I'm trying to be more self-aware.
I consider it a challenge.
well,
I do wonder. I do wonder too. Are we doing our children a service or disservice by training them to react badly to certain words, when we should just be training them to ignore those ignorant bastards?
That's a conversation for another day because
It
it's
really
actually, it actually is two different levels.
Yeah, I agree.
Miss Kefki,
yes.
are you gonna sing us out of this?
Sing.
What?
Want me to give you the lyrics to the Kefki song?
It's okay. I think I remember him. Kefki is a goober. Kefki, yes, she's stupid. But yeah. Yeah. But okay, yeah. First off,
We've been your minions. This is your zoo.
yes, thank you. There you go, Prospero. You're doing great. Go for it.
Oh, that's all I had.
Oh, okay. No, that was perfect. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I
I'll put
appreciate
links
it.
in chat.
Thank you to chat. Thank you for the guests. It was lovely to have y'all on stream with me. I appreciate it so very much. And words of wisdom. Parting words to wisdom.
Subscribe to Kefki.
No! Just for that, I'm skipping you. Prospero, any words of wisdom?
No, actually.
No.
Don't take any wooden nickels. Don't fight with a vending machine.
But then you could get free stuffs, maybe. No, they're
Or you could
already-
pull it over on top of yourself,
This is true. This is
which
true.
has been done and made the Darwin Awards. So.
Oh, shit. That
Mm.
sounds fucking awful. That's an awful way to die.
No, and it actually sounds like evolution in action, which is rather
Yeah.
amusing.
Yeah, but
What a terrible way to go as
yes,
one of
'cause
those
that would
people that
crush
gets.
you. That's
Well, you all,
okay.
and you also get written up into the news as the person
Yeah.
that pulled the vending machine over on top
Yeah.
of themselves. You know,
So yeah, there ain't no sody pop that's worth that. Nope.
dying anonymously can
Dr.
be
Pepper.
better. Just-
Rat. You got any wisdom?
You know, I don't have any wisdom today.
No.
No, I do not. Sorry.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I've been thinking about it and nothing has come to mind.
Mitchley.
Yeah.
You got any wisdom?
Oh, yes. Have I got wisdom? I'm just deciding if it's about an elephant or a bee and a rhinoceros. I think I'm going to go with the bee and the rhinoceros.
Okay.
Though the rhinoceros has no stinger in its tail, one would rather be sat upon by the bee.
True. Yeah. This is true. Did I miss anybody? Blue, you got any wisdom that's not subscribed to Kefki?
Follow Kefki 2 at Twitter.
Damn it, motherfucker!
Dun, dun, dun.
Lodi,
Do
we
you
all know
expect
your words of
wisdom from
wisdom
me?
about the blender.
Instructions unclear.
Yes. Sticky dick in a blender. It's fun.
No, don't do that. Bad.
Yeah,
Stick someone else's. Never mind.
You're never going to be able to donate that blender.
Yeah, that blender is pretty much boned after that.
Oh my God.
I'll let myself out.
Okay,
An airlock.
we have been your minions of the zoo, and with that, we are signing off. Thank you for stopping by, and please have a wonderful and safe and blessed night, everybody. Bye.
Hi.
Bye.
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 Wait. Oh, we're leaving. Yeah.